Northern Territory Police Officer Zachary Rolfe has returned to the witness box, recounting the moment he fired 3 shots at an Indigenous teenager during an attempted arrest in 2019. The constable previously told the court he was sent to arrest Kumanjayi Walker in the remote community of Yuendumu after the 19-year-old had pulled an axe on 2 officers. From the stand today, Mr. Rolfe said when he asked Mr. Walker to put his hands behind his back, the teenager started to resist. Northern Territory Police Officer Zachary Rolfe has returned to the witness box. 9 News. He raised his arms and started striking me around my head and neck area, Mr. Rolfe said. The constable then said he saw a metal blade in his hand. I saw him holding a blade in a dagger-like grip, he explained to the jury. I had my shoulder up and my arm out to protect myself, and then he stabbed me in my left shoulder. As I saw him with the blade, I immediately feared for my life. And instinctively, I went for my Glock. Mr. Rolfe then said he felt Mr. Walker's hand on his firearm. I twisted my hips back, which we trained to do with speed, to knock that hand off my Glock. Locals assess damage at Murwillumbah as roads open. Mr. Rolfe is accused of 19-year-old Kumanjayi Walker during an attempted arrest in Yuendumu. Supplied. I stepped back. Kumanjayi's focus turned to partner Constable First Class Adam Ebel, and I immediately feared for Ebel's life. Mr. Rolfe said it was his perception that his partner was being stabbed with a potentially lethal weapon, so he fired 1 round at the teenager. When Mr. Walker and his partner fell to the ground, Mr. Rolfe said he believed a potentially lethal weapon was still being used against his fellow officer, and he was being stabbed in his neck, chest and shoulder. I placed my left hand on Ebel's back. I then fired 2 more rounds into Kumanjayi's center of mass. At which point, I observed his right arm stop trying to stab my partner, he told the court. The constable said his police training was to continue firing until incapacitation had been achieved. Members from the Yuendumu community were in court to listen to the constable give evidence. He has pleaded not guilty to